Hello YouTube, it's my third eye. Today we're in the beautiful St. Augustine, Florida. We're gonna have a look around the town. We're gonna be taking a look at roadside attractions, and I'll make my way to the historic district. As you can see right here is the Red Train Tours, part of Ripley's, believe it or not. This is where they park them all. So these trains go all around the city, and you can get a tour on them. It's like a little trolley, and they bring you all around, show you the different sites and historic sites. There's several touring agencies that do that here, but that's one of them. I think it's kind of cool because it's like a little train, isn't it? Look at this over here. Here's the old jail, and this is what they used to bring the inmates in, these wagons. The old chain gang, Florida chain gang. They got a recording playing of what it sounded like back then. And they're singing away, singing all day and night. This is crazy right here. Look at this, jail on wheels. This is what they used to bring the inmates in on. Imagine riding in the back of that thing. This Florida heat, the swamp. You'd be hurting, and having the chains on your legs. Oof, be a rough life. You can see here in this plaque, chain gangs, the convict lease system. Some people called this, modern day slavery at the time. This was after slaves were released. Very interesting. The old jail in there. This is where they used to house inmates back in the day. You see they do trolley tours here as well. They got a museum, old jail museum. So check out this trolley. So they give you a little rundown about how it used to work. So I just heard the tour guy saying there that some of the jobs they bring the inmates would last for days or even weeks at a time. So you'd be out there doing work in this heat for weeks at a time. Unbelievable, isn't it? I wouldn't be surprised if a lot of the inmates didn't even make it. Here's the oldest store. It's a general store. So here, looking at the old jail, is the trolley depot. This is where the trolley tours start. That one that just went by. And you can get tickets right here. And look, they even got an inmate that's currently doing some time. Got a couple inmates.
Well, let me give you.
Yeah, right.
You coming to jail with me?
No, I'm not coming to jail today.
Oh, that's all right, fella. We'll get you later.
All right.
Now, that Mr. Henry Morrison Flagler owns a hotel.
Here's more memorabilia. The old jail. Got another inmate. Here we got Gator Bob's trading post, and looks like he's got an old gator tied up here. Some skin layer. Eating some gator tail. Do not feed the alligators. Is that an alligator there? No, that's just a lizard. Looks like we got another inmate crouching in the bushes. What I think is really cool about St. Augustine is so it's the oldest colonized city in America, right? And it's got all this modern day stuff in it, but then it's still kind of set back in time. So it's like the old with the new right next to each other, right in with each other. I mean, you got a subway there, And right across the street, well, this is more of an amusement attraction, but the Fountain of Youth. But that Fountain of Youth originally came from Ponce de Leon, who was searching for the Fountain of Youth when he was here. He was one of the conquistadors. So I've actually not been inside the Fountain of Youth before, but I do know that you pay a few bucks and they can give you a cup of water that comes out of what they say is a fountain, and they call it the Fountain of Youth. But from what I hear, the water tastes absolutely horrible. So it's kind of just more of a gimmick. Look at all the Spanish moss. You get a lot of that here in St. Augustine. Check out this liquor store. It's called Old Town Liquor. I think it's pretty cool looking. Got big bottles in the window. This is the National Shrine of Our Lady of La Leche. Our Lady of the Milk. I think that's what that means. So this is the entrance to Our Lady of La Leche. Got a huge cross back there. Just reading on the sign, it says the first Christian settlement here in the United States. See Mother Mary right there. Check out this pizza place called Borillo's. It's right next to the Economy Inn. See, this is what I love about St. Augustine. Like, just look at that building. It's got all that uniqueness to it. It's not just your average pizza joint. Got all that going on. Look how cool some of these side streets look. Wow, look at that, an old Airstream. So now we're officially entering the historic downtown area. It's right down that way, near over there. And look at this. It's like a castle. It's right near the historic downtown. Here's the Ripley's Believe It or Not Museum. Right back there. And so that's the old gates to the city right there. And then I believe this is the oldest cemetery. I'm pretty sure this is the oldest cemetery. We'll have a look at that plaque in a minute. And then right across the street to it, here's the old fort. See that back there. Here's a crazy story for you. So years ago, there was a bridge down there called the Bridge of Lions. There was a fella that jumped the bridge. So it's one of those drawbridges that goes up, you know, for boats to pass underneath it. So as it was going up, a fella went in a truck and jumped the bridge, made it to the other side in a truck. I believe it was like a little Ford Ranger. He drove down, crashed into the fort, got out, he was completely naked, and then jumped off of one of the ledges on the fort. And I believe he knocked himself out. There was loads of police after him though at that time. But I couldn't believe that, seeing that. I was waiting in traffic on the Bridge of Lions, and that's when I seen that. I was just reading here on this plaque that before Florida became a U.S. territory in 1821, this cemetery was actually owned by Spain. And that around the end of the 1800s, it became a pact where it was forbidden to do any more burials here. So now it just sits like this, kind of stuck in time. And word on the street is that this place is haunted. I know they do ghost tours here as well, so those trains, yeah, they have like ghost ones as well, where it goes around to all the supposed haunted sites here in St. Augustine. So here's the official gates to the city. Still here to this day. And we got some people entering the gates. There's a little rundown of it. Crops and trading going on. We'll go down there in a minute, but I just want to come over here and take a look at this plaque by the fort. I'm glad it's cleared up for the day. I know earlier it was raining pretty heavy here. You can still kind of see it. The fort is called Castillo di San Marcos. Gives you a little rundown of how it would protect the city from attacks. It's mainly pirates. Now it's part of the National Park Service. I remember going to this when I was a little baby. I went inside of it. I thought those little lookout towers on the end, there in the corners, I thought those were pretty cool. I'm glad the storm's gone away, but it is awfully windy. I do apologize if you hear lots of wind in this video. People getting back on the tour. And so we got the city gates here, and this is called St. George Street. Take a walk down St. George Street. Some seating back there and a fountain. It's funny how this is still in operation after all these years. Oh, look at this. That famous rock. I can't really say it right. Is it Cocada rock or something? But this is supposed to be immune from cannon shots. It's made out of shells, seashells. This old anchor. Do not climb. It's really old. You can tell that's old. The oldest schoolhouse. Looks like it's leaning a bit to the side. I'm surprised it's still standing. You hear the cicadas up in the trees up there. There's lots of souvenirs you can get here. Pretty much every shop does souvenirs. You can tell it's got a lot of Spanish influence. I mean, it was founded by the Spaniards. Vintage clothing company. I remember getting a few shirts out of there years ago. Is it Coquita Rock or Cocaina Rock? I can't say it. That's one of them, something like that. A Spanish flag up there.
Color that attracted me.
I know there's a live cam on YouTube, and it's somewhere around here. I probably just passed it. But it's a live cam of St. George Street. I just checked out the live cam on YouTube, and yeah, it's a few minutes behind, but I did see myself standing there, so that's cool. Oh man, that ice cream place smells so good. It's like they're making the cones from scratch or something. Some people talking to themselves. I'm gonna go check out this Cuban cafe. I remember this being really good years back when I was here. It's probably the best Cuban sandwich I ever had. So we'll go check it out. Let's see if they'll let me do a little video in there too. Here it is. It's called the Cuban Cafe and Bakery. It says it's open, so figure out how to get in it. I think it's around the side. Well, apparently it's closed. It says it's open, but there's the entrance there, and it says it's closed. Oh, that's a shame. I was really craving that. This is called the Columbia. To be honest, I think it's a little bit overrated. It is nice, but it's very expensive. I just don't think it's worth the price. You're looking at about at least 60 or 70 a plate in there. I think the cheapest thing they have is about 30, 35. Some police gathered. Tell you what, when you walk down the street, everything smells so good. All the restaurants, all the little ice cream parlors, chocolatiers, everything smells amazing. Pizza time, this is really nice. I remember having this years ago. Really good pizza, it's like New York style. Man, look at the size of the pizza. Got deep dish as well, they're in there making it. So let's just come to the end of St. George Street. More tours going by. Cathedral Place. You can see a cannon right there. So this is where they do the light up, you know, the Night of Lights or something like that it's called. During Christmas, all this is done up with Christmas lights, and they turn it all on. And I think it was on like the Travel Channel a few times. That looks pretty neat. I'll tell you what, the wind is really picking up. Right down there is the Bridge of Lions. That's that bridge that I seen the fella jump in the truck. That is crazy, that. It's a beautiful shot right here. I know they got a live cam of the Bridges Lions as well. Looks like we got a fairy ring right in the grass. Goes around. So I know at nighttime all these are bars that open up, and well, they're open during the day and they do food, but at night it's more of a bar scene. Here's the Bridge of Lions. It's a drawbridge. Boy, oh boy, look at that. That's some rough sea today. It looks like we got more rain coming in, so I'm gonna need to find some place to go in and get a bite to eat. Let the rain pass. Got a pirate ship down yonder. It's marble. Weathered marble. Oh, the sea brushing on it. Wearing it away. Under video recording. Yeah, there is a live cam filming this. That pirate ship. I think there's some places to eat over here. Just looking for a sandwich or something. Another fairy ring in the grass. Down there is St. George Street. This is a continuation of it. But that's mainly back where we just were. That's like the tourist part. Look at the street. It's all brick. This is a parish. Trinity Parish. And right there is Flagler College. Get a better look at the college. And that's the Leitner Museum and Gardens. This is inside Cafe Alcazar. Alcazar. Some Cuban place.
And if you want to pass my information to the owner,
I just ate that Reuben or Cuban from a place called Barefoot Bill's. Really nice. Great service as well. But alright, I'm going to end this video here. You hear the church bells and tower going on. If you like the video, please drop a like. And if you want to see future videos, feel free to subscribe. It's My Third Eye. Thanks for watching.